So my first question goes to is like, how was the experience at Celebrate Cinema?
It's amazing, yaar. Matlab, coming back to college is always amazing for me, and I'm really glad if you see the brochure of Celebrate Cinema, and if you see from point one to point like last one, it's amazing how incredible it is that you have so many things on one roof and in these 2 3 days, 2 days, right?
2 days, 3 days, I guess.
3 days, no? Yeah. So it's very good. I think it's a huge and amazing opportunity for kids to come and learn and unlearn.
What I've experienced by being here is that there are not only young and passionate people who want to have an insight to the industry, there are people who are a little more like older than the young crowd, and they're here. They're following their passions after they've had successful careers of their own, and they're here. They have this opportunity, and they don't want to waste it. I mean, it's. I have this brochure with me. There are things like, how do you say, tabla, violin. There's acting, theatre games, audition techniques, improvisation, voiceover, hair and makeup. There are things here
Yeah.
which no institute can actually teach in under one roof. And these 3 days, this is a good way to inspire people to find out at least what they are passionate about. Everybody wants to make films, right? Everybody wants to be a part of the film industry. And people come to me and they ask me, पर भैया घुसे कैसे, ये बताओ, ये मतलब जाएं कैसे, किससे मिलें? तो ये तरीका है. यहाँ पे ऐसे ऐसे लोग आ रहे हैं जो खुद फिल्में बनाते हैं, जिनकी फिल्में अभी एक आध हफ्ते पहले रिलीज हुई हैं या अभी होने वाली हैं. ये वो लोग हैं who are working professionals. They come here and they are teaching you all of this first hand in person. तो ऐसे घुस सकते हो, क्योंकि यहाँ आप हो सकता है 3 या 2 दिन में सारा कुछ नहीं सीख पाओगे, पर आपको यहाँ के हल्का सा ये आइडिया लग जाएगा कि आपको करना क्या है. क्योंकि फिल्म मेकिंग के अंदर बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं करने के लिए. सिर्फ डायरेक्टर और एक्टर और एडिटर और कैमरामैन नहीं होते. बहुत से लोगों को तो इतने भी नहीं पता होता.
इसके अलावा और क्या क्या होता है नहीं पता होता है.
यहाँ के आपको पता लगेगा कि कितने सारे ऐसे काम हैं जो शायद आपको पता भी नहीं था कि आप उस काम में माहिर हैं या अच्छे हैं, या नेचुरली आपको मन करता है वो काम करने का. तो यहाँ आके आप एक ये मेला सा लगा हुआ है यहाँ पे, है ना, सिनेमा मेला, फिल्मों का मेला है. आप आइए, come here and find out at least what any of these fields takes from you or demands from you as a professional, and celebrate cinema, right?
Yeah. And as an actor, I feel it's very important to understand all the aspects of cinema. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मुझे बहुत मज़ा आएगा कि ऐसे कोई वर्कशॉप हो जहाँ पे कैमरा है, या अभी एक वर्कशॉप के बारे में मैंने देखा कि यू कैन लाइक ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन शूट अ फिल्म विथ योर मोबाइल कैमरा. सो देयर इज़ अ वर्कशॉप ऑन दैट कि सी सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट तो स्टोरी लाइन होती है ना. तो हर एक का वे आउट अलग है कि तुम मोबाइल से बनाओ, तुम बड़े कैमरा से बनाओ, तुम छोटे कैमरा से बनाओ, तो पर तुम कहानी को किस एंगल से देखते हो. So I'm really glad कि ये अलग अलग होने के बावजूद भी whoever is taking this workshop, they knows the crux of the cinema is storytelling, and that's what they are teaching over here, and I'm very glad.
और ये पैनल डिस्कशंस जितने हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे, I mean there are celebrity panel discussions, workshops, screenings, exhibits. यहाँ पे ऐसे जैसे कैमरा के बारे में बताया राजश्री ने, यहाँ पे वो वाले कैमराज हैं जो बहुत महंगे हैं, जो आप ख़रीद के घर पे रख के सीख नहीं सकते. यहाँ पे अगर आकर आपको हैंड्स ऑन मिल रहा है. सेलफोन से अगर फिल्म बना रहे हो तो वो अलग बात है, बट देर कुछ ऐसे काम हैं जिनके साथ इक्विपमेंट्स का टेक्निकल नो हाउ होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. और क्योंकि आपने वो इक्विपमेंट आज तक देखा नहीं है, उसको छू के नहीं देखा, आपको पता नहीं है, तो जब पहली बार आप फिल्म बनाने जाएंगे भी और वो इक्विपमेंट आपके सामने रख दिया जाएगा तो आप घबरा ना जाएं. उसके लिए यहाँ यू कैन कम हियर, प्रिपेयर योर सेल्फ, understand what does this button do, and it becomes suddenly everything becomes easy for you when you go out there in the real world and find out, oh ये तो वैसे ही है, I know this, I'm familiar with this.
Yeah.
So my next question was like, since Celebrate Cinema, obviously, because I've just opened it for all, so
tell you, I'll give you a small example here, okay? Apart from being an actor, I design sound for plays, I do lights, I do a hell of a lot of other things. And when I say I design sound, I was looking for a software once, which I required for a certain play. I wanted that software to do a particular thing, right? And as I've studied programming, I'm not like an expert at programming. I got in touch with a software engineer and I asked him to build a software for me. Now, if you're an engineer, if you're a doctor, you know, application does find itself in films. You require all kinds of professionals in films. That engineer made me that software, and that's the reason we do a beautiful play called The Father, where there are 147 cues and every action of the actor is synced with a sound effect, like we do in films. It's like a Foley, but we do it, and there's a sound operator whose job has become so easy thanks to a software engineer. So, as I say, people from all other fields, they converge here because at the back of their head, they always wanted to make films. They've been passionate about making movies happen, acting, camera, direction. So, when we have people coming in from all different fields, making films, you get a lot of insight of what can be applied to cinema as well. There are new ideas coming here. Now there are people coming up with small devices, camera sliders, and you know, home filmmaking is what they're calling it now. It's become so cheap that anybody and everybody can have amazing cinematically beautiful shots at the cost of less than a camera, less than a film camera.
Yeah.
And that's happening. People are making tracks out of skateboards, skateboard wheels, and there are workshops happening here also where, you know, there are devices which can make your cell phone click amazing footage. So every field is helping cinema nowadays.
Yeah, तो like पहले कैसे होता था ना कि I don't think so parents used to say that तू बड़े होके ना हीरोइन बन, अब बड़े होके तो हीरो बन या कुछ और बन, you know, film industries especially. So what choice we had as a profession was doctor, engineer and a lawyer. So like if I say I became a lawyer, but my joy was telling stories since my childhood. Maybe as a nautanki, maybe as a performer, or maybe as a dancer. My joy was there on stage of telling stories or entertaining people. तो भले ही मैंने law किया, I did advertising, but वो joy remained with me, you know. And so there was a point in my life where I could take decision for myself. So I turned my, you know, the whole thing of कि हाँ, this is the time I can get into it. तो वही होता है यार कि profession is something वो हो जाता है, but तुम्हारा joy कहाँ है? Like a lot of people, they love, you know, there are a lot of friends who are doctors. अपनी कॉलेज में 2-3 लोग हैं जो डॉक्टर है और वो उन्होंने ये करके आगे you know, now they are writing stories, they want to direct, they want to act. But यार मुझे वही लगता है कि as a filmmaker, even being a doctor will also help you.
Yeah, that's what
being an engineer will also help you. Being a lawyer will also help you because every studies helps you in cinema. तो तुम कहीं से भी कुछ भी करके आओ, साइंटिस्ट भी बन के आओ, पर तुम फिल्म बना सकते हो, तुम काम कर सकते हो because cinema is telling real stories.
And see, that's the reason nowadays they're making films. There's a film being made about the Mars mission. Now, if you don't have scientists and if you don't have astronauts and you don't have scientists who know what do you call that? Interplanetary slingshot? Anybody knows what that means? No, exactly. So if you want to make a film about how we sent a satellite to Mars, and yet it was cheaper than an auto rickshaw ride from here to Bandra, you need to really hire scientists, and this being open to all brings in a lot of good things for our industry
at the
as well.
end of the day, you just have to do what you really love to do. तुम्हें अगर नहीं मज़ा आ रहा है सिनेमा में, नहीं मज़ा आ रहा है कहानियाँ बताने में, नहीं कुछ हो रहा है, you do what else you want to do it. But you should just have the joy in your life.
Yeah, but this is a good way to find out
Yeah, would you
if
like?
this will bring joy to you, and I think it will. I'm not.
I believe in, like, apart from this, I believe in this also. So
Yeah, so yeah, this. वो छोटा आ रहा होगा बहुत font.
बोल रही हो ना?
You can just say it.
You can see it.
Of course.
It says do what you love.
I've already said that.
Yes.
मैम सीक्रेट गेम के बारे में अब आपके ऐसे कौन से अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो हमें बताओ?
सीक्रेट गेम्स के बाद में ऑफ कोर्स मंटो रिलीज़ हुई है अभी लास्ट वीक ही. उसमें मैं एक किरदार निभा रही हूँ जिसका नाम है इस्मत चुगताई. बस आप जाके देखिए उसे थिएटर में.
और आपके आने वाले प्रोजेक्ट्स?
है 2-3 प्रोजेक्ट्स मैं कर रही हूँ फ़िलहाल. उनके बारे में मैं जैसे ही मुझे मतलब मैं कुछ बताने की इसमें हूँ तब मैं बता दूँगी. बस डन पक्का.
मैं
Okay,
सुनना
thank
चाहिए.
you.
अच्छा, मैं सोचता मेरे से तो कुछ ही नहीं. हाँ, तो जैसा कि राजश्री देशपांडे ने बताया कि अभी 1.5 हफ्ते पहले एक पिक्चर रिलीज़ हुई है मंटो. मैं उसमें के आसिफ का किरदार निभा रहा हूँ, तो आप जाइए देखिए. और हाँ, उसके अलावा मैंने एक अभी एक फ़िल्म की शूटिंग ख़त्म की जिसका नाम है किजी और मैनी, जो एस कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर मुकेश छावड़ा की डायरेक्टोरियल डेब्यू है. उसके अंदर बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सा रोल है मेरा. अब वो इंटरेस्टिंग निकल के आता है या नहीं, उसके लिए आपको पिक्चर देखनी पड़ेगी. प्लीज़ लिंक मत मंगाइएगा. राजश्री को लिंक मांगने वाले बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं.
बिल्कुल नहीं. हाँ
थिएटर में जाके देखिएगा.